Vocabulum asseris, ominous venire obgenitor.
My God, that was a terrifying dream. You had it too?
Yes, the same one. The descent into hell.
I need a stiff drink after that nightmare.
Scrub! Look out! There'll be more of them. Let's get out of here.
You're going to hell.
The pad of a cybertech artist. You get the idea that the occupant is apt to strum the guitar while working on the computer. The art from around the world gives the impression that he's well-traveled, too, and in more ways than one.
At least you're out of your underwear. You're lucky the hand didn't pick you up on indecency charges.
We'll be fine as long as we don't cross the people at the laundromat who own these clothes.
So what's the flowchart?
Let's start with what we know. A scrub team tries to nuke us in the middle of the night, only we got lucky and stuffed them. The question, of course, is what have we done to earn midnight execution?
Damn it, we're ARC employees. We enforce the laws. We believe in what the hand's doing, even though they step over the line sometimes.
Maybe they nailed you for being soft on rogue techs like me. Any other ARC agents would have pulled my plug by now.
That wouldn't get us cleaned. Maybe a rebuke, but we could have told them you were a singer with data on other hackers. A few months ago, we tagged some would-be deck jocks that were programming an illegal C-space. Let a couple of kids skip, maybe give them a second chance. But again, they wouldn't scrub us over something like that.
I know the two of you are straight lines, but even you can't believe that transgressions only punishes the wicked. This is a tyranny, man. A government with supreme power.
Clearly, the first move is to learn what the hand has, or thinks it has, on us.
If it were me, my first move would be to a 787 heading to Africa. The coastal African republics have become a high-tech free zone of sorts. A little rough, but the hand don't reach that far yet.
No way. We aren't running.
She's right, Dante. We've spent our lives enforcing this government's laws. I won't end it all as a fugitive. We're getting some answers even if we have to go to Celine Solix to get them.
Where do we start? Do you think we can trust Frank Jersey?
Of course we can.
Who's Jersey?
He's an ARC captain, our superior. I've never known him to act on political motives, just the opposite. He's taken great risks defending people from corrupt busts. Lives in Georgetown. He would have the official email on our scrub.
Nick Cannon. He's jacked into the Voice of God newsnets almost constantly. He's one of the few people who get the news before it's run through the Decency Council's censors. Fortunately, he owes us for overlooking some information theft.
Don't you two arrest anybody?
We figured he was a good person to have our hooks into. Looks like we were right.
You two'd have to stroll right into Voice of God headquarters on the mall. It's too risky.
Nah, Voice is usually low security, and we don't plan on using the front door. So that's it. Cannon and Jersey. Not much. I wouldn't trust anyone else not to turn us in.
I might be able to fill your need. I know someone with links to the front. I don't know how desperate you are or whether you have any faith left in the system, but you may want to see what the other side has to offer.
It's funny almost. A week ago we would have busted you for telling us that.
I won't mention him again, but if you're looking for new friends, his name's Aldous Xenon. You can find him in a bodega in Chinatown near Gallery Place. I'll pass your names to him. He's a little rough, not your usual type, but you can trust him.
We'll keep it in mind. We certainly need all the help we can get.
Don't deal me out. I owe you two for not feeding me to transgressions. You always have a hiding place here. Take that extra key over there. It's yours. I'll surf the underground network, see if anything's being rapped out about your case.
Where better to go when you're on the run? The kitchen of a cop. A safe, warm, middle-class place to discuss the fact that someone is trying to hunt you down and kill you.
Cappuccino, anyone? Maybe some tea with a hit of bourbon in it? You must be freezing after your jog about town in your underwear.
Ew, we figured you'd have heard by now.
I saw it on the scrub team's playback footage. You two kicked some ass. I didn't know you had that in you.
Neither did we. Amazing what surprise and fear can do for your combat reflexes.
We know it's probably stupid to come here, Frank, but we need to talk to someone on the inside who we can trust. We know the Hand might be watching this place.
Screw the Hand. I'm an ARC captain. This is the last place they'd look for you. My standing orders are to scrub rogues like you. You know me. I always follow orders.
Why was a scrub team trying to burn us in our bed? Who gave the order and what the hell for? We've done our duty for Hand and country. Is this our payback? We haven't done anything.
That's probably what most of the people you feed to the scrubs said.
Those people were sinners, Captain. They deserve what they got.
I forgot. You two are believers in the guiding Hand. You thought being narcs for reality containment was doing God's work. Still feel that way now?
There's got to be an explanation. There was some kind of mistake.
Don't play games with me, girl. The Hand has something on you. What have you done?
Is this Interrogation 101, Frank? If I were scrubbing over the net, then you know what they're charging us with. That's why we're here. You tell us what we've done.
You want to keep me in the dark? Fine. Maybe you don't know why they want you. Maybe you do. Here's what I know. The official charges are crap. Come on. You mean this kind of stuff doesn't trickle down to grunts like you?
Educate us, Captain. Obviously, we need it.
The Hand's rule isn't exactly the rule of law. It's not what they charge you with, but the fact that they charge you at all. Officially, you're in violation of the Artificial Realities and Extranuminal Environments Design, Programming, and Transportation Act. You've been accused of dealing in pornographic virtuals involving human-demon coupling.
They said we're skin dealers? That's ludicrous. Look at my case history. I've burned whole libraries of pornographic books and virtuals. It's a frame job, Captain.
Of course it's a frame job. You two are either guilty of something else, in which case I'll take you in myself, or you become politically unpalatable for some reason and they want to whack you for it.
So somebody in ARC wants us dead?
Someone in ARC, or Transgressions, or the Pentagon, somebody with some connections, because they've linked you with Mr. Beautiful. They only do that when they're desperate to whack somebody. Beautiful is one of Transgression's dirtiest little secrets. Association with him is as good as a guilty verdict. They accuse someone of running in a narcotics or porn or illegal reality scheme, fabricate a link to Beautiful, haul his ass in, he signs a confession implicating the accused. Beautiful's freed on some technicality, and the accused gets scrubbed, or worse.
Let me guess. Beautiful's fingered us as accomplices in a virtual skin ring.
That's a good guess.
Where do we find this Assyrian scumbag?
He's got a hangout in the back room of a speakeasy called the Interface out in Foggy Bottom. Watch your step. Everybody in the place fancies themselves a badass, and most of them actually are.
Then we're finished. The two of us can't fight transgressions.
Best you can try to do is avoid them. They'll try for you again, that's for sure. Still, there might be a way to make transgressions work for you, if you've got the guts to try it.
I don't know about guts. Will desperation do?
Not everyone in transgressions is a despot hiding behind holy robes. There are some men and women of integrity trying to make the system work. One of them's an acquaintance of mine, named Jean Saint-Mouchoir. He's a compulsive diarist, makes entries in a voice journal every day. He's a straight arrow, by-the-book guy, so you can't risk confronting him. You'll have to break into his office, and he has passwords on everything in the system. But if you can break those, you might tap into what he knows about your case. I know that's not much, but it's a start. His office is in Sin Central, the transgressors complex right smack in the Federal Triangle. Scrubs were out in force that night, which suggests a sweep, which means one of two things. You're either really involved in something dirty, in which case I'll haul your asses in myself, or transgressions is using one fabricated crime to wipe up a whole lot of undesirables. The question is, why are you two loyal ARC agents suddenly dirt?
Who were the other germs? Any pattern to the hits?
Only name that meant anything to me was Swivel O'Leary. He ran a speak called Interface over in Foggy Bottom. Wild place. Mr. Beautiful hangs there. Transgressions had been tolerant to this point, but they finally got around to O'Leary. Well, who knows? Transgressions is shadowy in its accusations because it answers to nobody. Virtual porn's a popular setup. They get you for the sexy stuff and for the VR. Not much I can tell you because I haven't worked that turf in decades. Pain in the ass more than anything. Spend half your time busting horny kids and couples looking for a few new thrills.
But Beautiful deals in this stuff?
That's not his usual game. Plenty of other demons for that. Stay in touch. Do what I can to watch your backs, but be careful. The hand's not finished with you two. Yes, Imperator Solux?
Avert your eyes from your Imperator. You are not fit to look upon me, much less serve me. How is it that you allow those corrupt ARC agents to escape the hand?
Well, we didn't expect anyone else to be in the apartment, so we...
You didn't expect? Did you plan? Did you think? Were you not entrusted with an important task? Could you have taken your head out of your ass long enough to point a gun at a couple of sleeping, small-time civil servants and pull the trigger?
Well, but I...
You disgust me. You with your muscles and your firepower, pistol-whipped like a coward. Do you realize that the only thing separating you from an ape is an opposable thumb? As for your balls, you obviously haven't been using them either. So they will be mine. Take him! Get him out of my sight!
What is it?
I'll give you 3 guesses and a chance for the washer decking unit.
The password, numbskulls. You want in? You gotta give me it.
There's a password? You're kidding me.
Nah, you gotta be a member. Read the sign.
Well, and who's the next victim?
I beg your pardon?
So, this is what you look like now. Wow, they did a nice job. You look great.
Why, Mr. Ashanti, my little heart would be all aflutter, if I had one.
Rachel, honey, allow me to introduce Cinna Stone. She's, an old friend of mine.
Oh, really?
No, I just mean we go way back.
Yeah, we used to go way back, behind the barn, didn't we, Gideon? Hey, Gid, remember the days when I used to see through you? I love you, baby. I'll always love you.
Cut it out, Cinna. This is Rachel.
Not the Rachel. Well, what do you know? Walks on 2 legs and everything.
Wait a minute. Gideon, you never mentioned that you two were...
Involved, friendly, acquainted, pals, buddies, amigos. Familiar with the beast with 2 backs. Just good friends who scream in the night. Rock around the clock. What do you know? Here come the daylight kind of friends.
Right. He never mentioned that.
So, Cinna, how's things by you?
Oh, just fine, thank you for asking. I found that after you, electronics is the next best thing. Of course, it's not like I have any choice in the matter now.
I was really sorry when I heard, Cinna.
I know. I got your cards. The flowers, or rather, the flower. What is that supposed to be, dashing or something? A man sends you a single rose?
That wasn't a white rose by any chance.
White as snow. You on the mailing list?
One of many, apparently.
Rachel, the woman was dead. I mean, not dead exactly.
It's all right, Gideon. I was dead. Still am, as a matter of fact, in the quaint, traditional sense of the word. I'm not more than a picture in a scrapbook.
I just don't get this stuff. It's you. You're thinking, talking, still seem to have a little feeling, but...
It's not her feeling I was wondering about.
Relax, Rachel. Gideon always preferred his women to have some substance. Didn't you, Lamb Chop? He liked them live, too.
So how did they do this?
Did most of this myself, actually. You work with the kind of ordnance I work with? You always figure on slipping someday, especially when the tech updates itself every 5 minutes. I developed this droid I'd been tinkering with for years, and every now and then I downloaded as much of my own playful, sweet self as I could into data. My personality, memories, you name it. everything. That's me onto a couple of compact discs. I didn't bother to keep up the holographic file, so you'll notice I'm a bit younger than the last time you saw me. The last picture of me was from a cousin's wedding. I remember wishing I'd brought some plastic explosives with me. The band played Satisfaction once too often.
Do you remember what happened? I'm sorry, you probably would rather not.
Nah, it's all right. I don't remember a thing. I only remember up to my last downloading, which was about a week before what my doctors like to call the unfortunate incident. I remember taking the assignment, though. It was with an old friend from the Georgetown Revo days. You know, an old friend I was seeing in a new kind of light. He was a pretty damn good B&E man, though. But as far as demolitions go, he didn't know shit from Shinola. So I thought I'd help out and see what it would be like to work together. The job called for us to use proto-glycerin caps. Nitro in gel form. Highly unstable stuff. Not for use at home. Next thing I know, I'm coming out of surgery, and there's no there.
You think your partner's screwed up?
Couldn't say. He didn't make it. He always was kind of fumble-fingered when it counted, though. I guess it just goes to show you, never mix love and explosives.
Sorry about your friend.
Don't be. I'm a holograph. Go ahead, pinch me.
Who was in on the operation? What was your target?
Oh, no, you don't, Arkhead. You know I would never give up names.
Well, I'm not exactly with the firm any longer.
I heard. They finally wised up to the fact that you weren't really a fascist at heart and put a hit out on you. But I figure, knowing you, that it hasn't sunk in yet. You probably figure it's some bureaucratic snafu you can still clear up. And to be honest, it's an old habit that's gonna die even harder than I did, knowing better than to talk about the Revo side of things. I mean, remember how much trouble you had kissing in public? Even after we'd been going out ages, it made you uncomfortable?
Was he like that with you, too? I thought it was me.
Now, he's got his prudish side. And does he still leave wet towels all over the place?
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're getting off the subject.
How'd you like to see him take a walk on the Revo side?
Gideon? That's something I'd like to see.
Great. Why don't you come with us? We could certainly use you. Of course, with my expertise with explosives, I'm likely to blow you up again.
No problem. That's the great thing about being dead. You don't sweat the little things.
Great. I have a feeling that with you along, we'll really be able to give the hand a run for their money.
Yeah, well, you know my motto. If you can't figure it out, blow it up. By the way, Rachel, I was just kidding earlier. I mean, I knew it was over between Gid and me the first time I heard him mention your name.
Really? The first time? Why, Gideon.
Judas Priest, is it me or did the road just get longer? Okay, ladies. Beautiful must be behind that door at the rear of the bar. First thing we should do is confront that demon. Once we've done that, we can consider these other leads we've collected. Let's see. Dante told us about Aldous Xenon of the CFF. We should go there soon. There's Nick Cannon at Voice of God near the mall, and Dr. Clean at McPherson Square. Jersey tipped us to Mouchoir's computer in the Transgressions office near Federal Triangle, and he also mentioned a demon hunter named Dean Sterling. Maybe Mouchoir's got something on Sterling. Of course, if we really get desperate, we can drop in on our old friends Pap and Anime at their comic shop near Gallery Place. Not far from that Xenon fellow. A long road indeed. On to beautiful, ladies.
What'll it be?
Answers to some questions we have.
Okay, beer.
I beg your pardon?
That's my answer.
You only sell beer?
We like to keep it simple.
We wanted to ask you about Swivel O'Leary.
Swivel Swivel's dead.
We know. You got any idea why the hand would off him?
You don't get it. He's dead, as in smeared against the freaking wall. As in no way in hell I'm talking to you about him.
Christ. Whatever happened to the friendly neighborhood barkeeps that you could tell your troubles to?
He's still dead.
So are we if we keep wasting time on clowns like you. Come on, kid.
He may look like an elf, but he's really a wizard when it comes to jury-rigging anything out of nothing. He's even got his opinion.
I was wondering when you two would get to me.
What are you talking about, fella? We never saw you before.
I know, just my footprints. And that's only when I got sloppy a couple of times.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Scub Stevens.
Holy cow, Scub Stevens? The man's a legend.
You're Scub Stevens? You're kidding me.
You expected something taller?
Well, yes, frankly. A holograph can dream, can't she?
Then a holograph can have some manners.
It's just that we never figured on meeting you. The sign of a good rigger is that he doesn't leave too many fingerprints. You don't leave any. In fact, that's how we know a job is yours. No fingerprints, no marks, vert after images, nothing.
From what I seen, if anybody could have given me problems, would have been you two. Too bad for Ark. You're out of the business.
Wait a minute, I just remembered something. Didn't the scrub team come after you once?
Maybe? No, maybe about it. Don't they teach you Ark boneheads about famous disasters amongst your peers? I mean, he took out an entire scrub team.
Let's just say you should never try to take a jury rigger at home. I didn't have to lift a finger. All they had to do was open the door. How did you guys escape?
Pure luck. They were expecting to take us out one at a time.
It's never pure luck when you outdo a scrub team, lady.
I'm beginning to think our luck has run out.
Well, maybe not. You're off the hand's map now. That's one good thing. They don't know where you are. They don't know what you know. There's a bunch of good people that were in your jurisdiction they never heard of. People you laid off of. Maybe some of them could help you.
People like you?
I could be persuaded. Plus, I sort of owe you two.
You'd be willing to work with us even though there's a scrub team after us?
Yeah, what the hell? It's a slow week. What do you think? You need me?
Great. But don't you have to, get your little black bag or whatever it is riggers carry their tools around in?
Nah, I'm a rigger for God's sakes. If you can't make do with stuff on hand, what good are you?
Hey, sweetheart, ditch that loser and run with a real man. I got a full tank of gas in the hog, a 6-inch wad of $100 bills, and enough adrenal stimulators to party for a week straight.
Tempting offer, Chief, but I'll pass. We've got work to do.
Come on, babe, what can tall, dark, and depressed do for you that Mind Runner can't? Hanging with me is more than just physical, if you get what I'm saying. They don't call me Mind Runner for nothing.
Can it, Casanova? We're digging for data on Swivel O'Leary.
O'Leary. Funny how a man gets more interesting once he's had his intestinal tract splattered all over a walk-in freezer. Swivel played it cool. Kept his mouth shut. Mostly mumbled to himself. Hell, half of that was in Latin.
Latin? He spoke Latin?
Just a few phrases. Hell only knows where he picked that up. Freaking annoying is what it was. I almost busted his chops plenty of times. vocabulum est grale, omnis venere abgenitor. He must have mumbled that 1,000 times under his breath. What's with you two? That means something to you?
Vocabulum est grale. Ominous venere obgenitor, huh? The word grale could mean something.
Glad I could help, Sunshine. Guess you owe me now. I can think of dozens of ways to repay me, depending on how flexible you are.
You don't look like the type who drinks in a place like this.
Not by choice. I'm desperate to earn some money. Know anybody who needs the services of a good forger?
Damn right you don't look the part. Why put yourself at risk?
That's my business, isn't it?
Not if you're pushing your services to us.
I told you, it's the money. I need cash to get my daughter out of the city. She lives with a gang of kids that call themselves the Clean Machine. They live near McPherson Square in a tenement across the street from their opposite numbers, the Deadly Seven.
That's odd. What caused the division? Was it a result of their deck mutation?
Not much we can do about getting your girl out of the gangs, but we could have use for a forger.
I always carry my tools. If you want me to work with you, I'm ready. But my condition is this. You two help me convince Chastity to leave the cleans. Do something to show her how empty a life it is, and I'll serve as your forger. Agreed? Remember our deal now. You have to help me with Chastity while I forge for you. Time goes by and I think you're welching on our deal. I'll leave you high and dry.
I shudder to ask.
Actually, I thought we'd do the asking.
I should have known. Investigators. You have that orderly, methodical look. Seekers of arrangement where there is none. It doesn't exist. And even if it did, I'm not interested.
Judas Priest. How do you order a drink with that kind of mumbo-jumbo?
Kind of reminds me of the time I tried to get you to talk about commitment, Gideon.
Yeah, well, you blew your chance at that one, didn't you? In more ways than one, I'd say.
Blew my chance? Did it ever occur to you that maybe some women feel that they don't have to beg a man to commit to something? Maybe I was secure enough.
Are you saying that I'm insecure, you tin-plated bimbo?
Will you two knock it off?
All right. So anyway, lady, what you're saying is you're a fan of disorder.
Queen of chaos, actually. Deck in, baby. C'est moi. Queen chaos.
Is it me, or is this conversation just a tad over my head?
It's shooting around you, my dear, like subatomic particles ricocheting for no discernible reason. And yet I repeat, even this information includes information.
Do you know how we can get a hold of Mr. Beautiful?
Everyone knows that. You just have to say the magic word.
Good. There's nothing random about that. It takes a certain particular word to summon him up.
And yet not without the possibility of chance occurrence. Much like what happens in happenstance. A cyberduality, the prosing occurrence of his appearance with you standing there. Much like if a drink was suddenly to appear at my elbow, for example.
Much like the fat within chance. You want a drink from us, you've got to give us some news we can use.
I'm sorry. You're like aliens to me. I see him all around me. It seems easy. You must merely look at the creature to see his essence.
But we can't look at him if we can't summon him up.
If you could, you would see no more than some petty hood, not unlike thousands of others. Fate has condemned him, so he is the essence of condemnation. In that lies his essence. Within his essence, you will find him.
My head hurts.
Mine too. I give up. Thanks for your time, Queenie.
What's this? What trouble have I bought? Have I caught the fate, not in full? Are you heat or scrubs who want me shot? I plead you see, I'm only dutiful. I didn't make the game I play. The one you want is Mr. Beautiful.
You got that right, Shorty. We need to see your master. Now.
See him? Not everyone may. Those who do are select. Make your bones, you dues to pay. I will summon him if I elect, but for me to chant and call him hence, from you the code I must detect. Underworld will part and rend, a fissure up from hell to surface, and beauty rise at the word condemn.
Abonitas, you cowering lick spittle. I told you to go light on the smoke and brimstone and shit when I'm in my human form. This stuff goes right into my friggin' throat, man.
You find it even harsher as of late, with human hearts and human lung. Perhaps you are not one so great. But I speak with too sharp a tongue. As your servant I stoop and crawl. Here are two with stories unsung.
Oh, listen to you. You're not fooling anybody with a false modesty. Fire up the espresso machine. I want a pot of double stuff ready for me when I'm done with Gideon and Rachel here. Now, I'm gonna tell you two, I am not happy. I'm not freaking happy at all when two of my people are making this much noise. Kicking the crap out of scrub teams in your underwear? How do you think that's gonna play with the Dagos and the Spics and those damn Indians downtown? I got every mob in this town handing me money because I've got Mephisto's patronage and a sweetheart deal with the hand. You two start blowing their people's brains out and you know what I'll have? I'll have friggin' squat, man. And every scrub gun in the metro area will be after me.
What is this? We don't work for you. We've never even seen you before.
Don't play games with me, girlie. That's the problem with the rackets these days. Nobody's got any loyalty left. Hey, I'm fighting a war here. I got enemies on every front and on two different planes of existence. I don't need mutiny by my own friggin' people.
We're not your people, beautiful. We're wise to what your sweetheart deal with the hand is all about. We know that you implicate people in crimes that they didn't commit, so that the hand is a cover story for arresting them. Well, it didn't work, pal. We slipped that noose, and we figure you know the real reason the hand wants us killed. We've come for answers, beautiful.
Don't push it, Ashanti. Ask Abonitas what happens when he pushes me too far. He pushes and pushes and pushes, man. And then I have to push back. And it ain't pretty, man. It ain't pretty.
We know what your game is. We know that you helped set us up for the scrub hit. We're here to learn the reasons why, and don't try to intimidate us, because we're not afraid of demons.
You're making demands on me. You got rocks as big as church bells, boy. But I'm gonna make them ring if you don't watch your step. A couple of ham and egg grifters think they can walk into my office in my speakeasy and give me the business. And don't hand me this fearless rap. You've had the late night kick on your door. The scrub team showed you how vulnerable you are. This planet's brimming with fear, man. I sense it everywhere, in everything. It's in the sweat of anxious trans-globe grunts in lonely beds at 4 a.m. and skinny chicks with ugly scars taking wicked backhands from husbands. Don't think you're special. You got buckets of fear in you, boy, and I'll rip it out and show it to you if I didn't need both of you.
This is useless. Let's get out of here, Gideon.
You're not going anywhere. You're still in shock from the scrub attack. It happens to everyone the first time someone tries to shoot them in their bedroom. Trust me, you'll get over it. The best thing to do is plunge yourself into your work. Now, here's what you gotta do for me. You gotta help me with Sanguinarius. That son of a bitch. He's been a stone in my shoe for centuries, and today we settle all accounts. Does he think I've got my head in the sand, that I don't know what he's doing with all that ordnance he's stockpiling? That megalomaniac sees himself straddling the horse of death. Man, and he's leading his army of demons armed with bazookas, machine guns, and cluster bombs. He's even invented his own weapons. Guns that fire poisonous serpents and machine guns spraying hellfire. See, he's got this vision of himself on this horse, man, with my head impaled on his sword, and he's kicking ass all over hell in the name of his master, Belial, who'll reward him with chests of gems and chariots of overflowing with food and chambers full of plump naked boys or some shit like that. Oh, your tiny little minds can't conceive the desperate grandeur of a demon's dreams. He wants it all, and that includes my head. But I'll be bum-buggered from this to Dorchester if that gun-crazy Diablo's getting the drop on me.
Let's play along a little, Rachel. Something wild's happening here, and we might be able to turn it to our advantage. I never quite understood the conflict between you and Sanguinarius.
What's to understand? There's nothing to it. It's a vendetta. It's hate. We're demons. Hate's our thing, our shtick, our raison d'etre. It's what we do. Sanguinarius serves that ignorant, hulking Belial, see? And I do the job for Mephistopheles. We've been tearing it up over the same turf for thousands of years, and now I got the upper hand. I had the vision, the brilliance to get connected with humankind's most potent sinners. I had the genius to take human form and become a player in the rackets. I built what I got with class and negotiation. Every mob boss has a weakness, and I played them off one another like a friggin' maestro. They all depend on me for something. Sanguinarius thinks he can just buy up weapons and blast his way to victory. That's so typical of Belial's cadre, man. So now it's time to go to the mattress. We're gonna hit him before he figures out how to use his new toys. You two proved yourself by kicking that scrub team's ass. And I think you're ready for the big time.
He's ranting, Gideon. He's completely evil and insane.
Let's hear him out. He's coming to the point.
You bet your ass I'm coming to the point. You're going to hell to see what Sanguinarius has got. I want to put a job on that monkey. I'm gonna know what he's packing. He thinks he's the only demon who can score from the military Meanwhile, I got dozens of buyers working the streets, M50 tanks with uranium-coated shells, automatic weapons with armor-piercing bullets, capillary-bursting sonic devices. Arms race with me, Willie. I'm gonna shut him down. See, you two are gonna help me take away his edge. I know he's whipping on a trio of high brass that used to belong to those saps in the CFF. If we can snatch them out of there, one of them might be loyal enough to steer some Pentagon hardware my way.
And if they tell you to stuff it?
Then I'll freaking stuff them with broken beer bottles and cherry bombs. And the same for you if you don't get your blank minds linked up with my psychopomp. I want you to bring back as many of those tin soldiers as you can. But look out for Sanguinarius. If he catches you, you're gonna have to duke it out with that helmet head. So you got your marching orders. You gonna just stare at me? Or are you ready to go to hell?
Exit stage left, Gideon. There's nothing in hell that's gonna save our necks.
I don't know, Rach. It's a dangerous hunch, but I think Beautiful's an important part of this mess. We don't have any leads on Earth about why the Hand wants us dead. Maybe we have to go to hell to get the truth.
Here's the drill, kids. I use my psychopomp to open a portal between here and hell. You need to get out. Just think about leaving, and you'll be back. Unless you try to job me, and then I'll leave you there to burn. Are you all clear on that?
Where's Sanguinarius? He's gone.
No, he's not gone. He's over there, going over the latest loot that greedy trader Mangini let him have. Are you crazy? Get out of here. We're done for. Save yourself to fight for something worth saving. Are you crazy? Get out of here. We're done for. Save yourself to fight for something worth saving.
Don't worry, General. We're here to save you. We're with the front.
I don't care if you're with the Foreign Freaking Legion. Get out of here. You came here of your own accord? How stupid can you be? Evac, all ass, retreat. Sanguinarius is nearby, and he's spoiling for a fight. You'll end up in worse shape than me.
Hold on, General. We'll get you out of here as soon as we can deal with Sanguinarius.
Don't worry about me. This bastard hasn't gotten diddly out of me. I wouldn't even give him my name, rank, and serial number.
Humans with guns? Ask Mangini if those guns are gonna make any difference. I'll plug you and gut you and feed your bowels to the hellhounds and rack into it.
Stuff it, gruesome. We don't scare that easy.
No, but I'll bet you die real good.
We did your dirty work for you, beautiful. And you can pay us back by clearing our names.
Payback? You ought to pay me back, girlie, after all I've done for you two. You think Sanguinarius is the only one who wants me dead? I keep my standings in the mob because they're too afraid to try for me. I show one sign of weakness, one sign I can be had, and they'll be on me like dogs, man, like rabid freaking hellhounds. I need you two to be good Germans and wait for your orders. You keep your asses out of trouble, and you keep checking with me. I'll have your next mission.
So what do you know about the Imperator? There's gotta be more than what we hear.
No shit. I think it's easy to say that you two are pretty much clueless on any subject.
But then Solux did actually turn some things around for this country.
Boy, you really buy all that propaganda shit, don't you?
What? It's true. Solux did do some good for the nation.
Oh yeah. He also made sure he twisted the whole checks and balance concept into his corner. Solux controls every facet of the government, from getting a bill passed to your local zoning commission's ordinance on cleaning up dog shit. You probably already know that. But what you may not know is that Solux controls more.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean, Solux controls your life, your laws, the friggin' air you breathe. But Solux, in a way, also controls the fear.
The fear? Fear of what?
That's it. That's all I'm saying. I probably, said too much already. Man, am I stupid. Stupid. Well, looking at you two, I guess I'm not that bad off, but damn, I almost cut my own throat, man. What do I know? Shit, I served the guy, man. You know what kind of shit I'd get in for trashing the big kahuna? Huh? I mean, we're talking the master of evil here. I respect the hell out of that guy.
Such as?
Well, how about this whole scouting thing?
Scouts? As in Girl and Boy Scouts?
Sure. See, I'm thinking long term. This whole troop thing could be a gold mine. You got a network of kids across the country already connected. You start the temptation off early and it spreads like wildfire. Mephisto, listen, I work for the guy. Huh? What do you want me to say? You know, you're not going anywhere. The best thing to do is plunge yourself into your work.
Neither one of you a slaughtered lamb? It is Sanguinarius who tastes defeats. I salute your strength. Let's down a dram.
The cue is not yours to take. While my master lives, he'll use your head to break.
Hey, Cannon, the world can wait. You got company.
No, wait a second. Is that you, Gideon Ashante? Well, then Rachel Brack must be there also. The news waits for no one. I'll be with you. Now, I'm assigning stories. Let's see. French authorities probe latest report of a hell portal opening. What else? A minor demon named Morak is elected to the Georgia State Assembly. That's it. Download and assign. Hold the rest. Sorry to make you wait. There's too much news streaming over the lines. Too much happening. Hey, speaking of news, what's the buzz with you two? Transgressions put out a wire a few nights ago that had you two scrubbed. They don't usually make mistakes about who's dying. Are you two a couple of ghosts?
No mistake, Nick. They wanted us. They just didn't get us this time.
Wire said you two were running virtual pornography with a demon called Mr. Beautiful. I got 2 reporters on it right now, getting details from Transgressions. Planning to run a sidebar on Beautiful.
We got lucky and got the drop on the scrubs that came to do us, but luck won't keep us alive.
Whoa! Something coming over the wire that would have interested you when you were with ARC. A gang of kids in Judiciary Square calling themselves the Freak Beats. They're a bunch of 4th-generation deck babies with a serious hate for anyone associated with artificial realities.
Warrens around the square are rife with outlaw techs. They've picked their hunting grounds well.
Yeah, we've been covering their activities. Han likes to report on techs getting scrubbed. Censors pass that stuff through almost without comment. Freak's current rant is that they're drawing a bead on the whereabouts of an Actodec pioneer.
He's got to be 1,000 years old by now. I thought they were all dead.
Freaks think he's there. Who cares? The only reason I'm telling you this is because you're going to need a hiding place, and the Warrens are a good place to disappear into. The Freaks will like that you were ARC. They might put you up. They sound kind of crazy, but you can't be too picky right now. Too much news. Too much news. Even with these machines, it's too much for one person.
You friggin' machine! I'm like jacking out of this bitch!
You aren't jacked into it, dirtbag. You're in an arcade, not surfing the net.
Rach, this place may not be the ideal hideout we heard it was. I mean, you think these punks could outwit a scrub team?
I'll say, if these kids had dynamite for brains, they wouldn't be able to blow their nose.
They're with Ark! They're with Ark!
Will you disconnect? They're not Ark. If they were Ark, would be cranked by now.
Wait a minute. That was pretty good, kid. You must have read my mind. You psionic?
I'm a lot of things. You better watch your friggin' step. Even if you are with Ark.
We're with Ark. You're good, kid, but you're not perfect. We're on the lam, trying to avoid Ark, just like all of you Generation Experimental kids. I guess that part didn't get through to your receptors.
Get cranked, asshole!
Sounds appetizing. Probably a good thing I don't know what that means, punk.
You don't know about friggin' crank hour?
Well, kid, here's a novel opportunity for you. Enlighten us.
Julius Crankhour. He invented the friggin' Actodec.
Is he here?
He's totally dead, man. Crankhour got cranked by freaks just like us. Happened years ago.
If he'd known the Actodec was gonna lead to kids like you, he probably would have killed himself.
Wait till we get his little employee. His blood's gonna be all over the place.
What are you freaks talking about? Man, these Gen X kids give me such a headache.
We're gonna kill him. That's what.
Who?
Drexler! Oscar friggin' Drexler!
Wicked man, you are really starting to drool. These two morons don't know anything. Drexler used to work for Crankhour at Vesuvius Labs back in the 30s, back in the friggin' Dark Ages. They were making games. Now we're gonna play a little game with Oscar.
Wham! Bam! 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 Oh man, it's gonna be beautiful! We're gonna crank it up! We found out he lives over by Union Station. We got it all planned out. Just a few more hours, we'll be taking him out.
You're gonna murder this guy in cold blood?
Yeah, and if the freaks kicking in the door miss him, two more are gonna be outside his window, flying with low-grav jet boots. He won't even see it coming. Damn freak maker. You two wanna watch? Deal's going down soon.
Wait a minute. You two and the rest of your gang are gonna kill an old man for something he did 60 years ago?
What's that supposed to friggin' mean? You think we can't do it? You think we shouldn't? His damn invention made us freaks. Oh man, I should be the one to kill the old bastard. I wouldn't even need a friggin' weapon.
He's killed people with his friggin' brain.
Come on, kid, let's get out of here. I'd rather take my chances on the street. They don't call these kids freaks for nothing.
You got a problem, Scuzzball?
Kid, you're vibrating like a tuning fork. What's wrong with you?
I've heard the freaks had some weird manifestations, but this isn't quite what I anticipated.
What'd you expect? You think we all had two heads or something?
Not exactly.
Oh, look, kid, just relax. The more excited you get, the more you seem to vibrate. Maybe we should talk to somebody else. Where is everybody?
There's a bunch of us around, so watch your freaking step.
Let's move on, Rach. There's something going on around here. The natives are restless.
So, there really is an old man here. Maybe the freaks are onto something.
What's that? I don't know any stick boy, wicked or otherwise. And don't mention history to me. Can't barge in here talking about history. I'm just an old man down on his luck.
Whatever. Maybe you are just some guy, but there's a gang of deck mutants called the Freakbeats who are convinced that you were Julius Krakauer's right arm, and they're on their way here to get revenge for all their genetic misfortune by killing you.
Damn it! Damn it to hell all over the place! I was just a punk, a kid. I never even met Julius Krakauer, or even made it inside of Vesuvius's main lab. I didn't design this stuff. It's not my fault the damn machine corrupted the gene pool.
We can talk later. The Freakbeats are on the way and they're taking no prisoners. Come on, we'll take you someplace safe.
You know, I'm not budging anywhere. You don't know how many times I've outwitted punks like this. Maybe it's time I was caught.
Listen, we've talked to these freaks and they're whacked. This wicked stick kid's got them wilded on getting you. I'm certain they'll try again. You really should go someplace safer, at least temporarily. I'm gonna write down an address. A friend of ours named Dante lives there. He'll fill you in on what we're involved in and put you up for a while. You'll be safe there. We'll hook up with you later.
You got a deal. Besides, it'd be nice to have someone to talk to for a while.
Can I help you with something?
We're investigating a murder victim named Brian Avery. We also want to ask you some questions about Chastity Bene.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about a Brian Avery. And Chastity, well, she's been out a lot lately. Sorry.
What about here? You in charge?
Well, you might say that. The others seem to... Well, I guess they've appointed me leader.
Well, how exciting for you. What's going on with you and Chastity?
Well, I don't know if anything's really going on, but I think she's got kind of a crush on Dolph Vanity, the Deadly's leader. The thing is, Chastity's so sweet and naive, she doesn't know what he's really like.
What's your problem with Vanity?
There's no problem. He runs his gang and I try to lead the cleans, that's all. If he wants to corrupt young people who don't know any better, that's his business. If he wants to befoul them and lead them into perversion, there's nothing I can do about it. If he wants to...
We get you, kid. You don't give a damn.
I'm sorry, it's not that I don't care, it's just that it's not my place to do anything about it. I just try to lead by example. I mean, for instance, if I knew that Dolph Vanity had some terrible secret in his closet, something that might make the Deadlies disown him, well, it just wouldn't be my place to uncover it. I'm just not talented enough to investigate it.
Not like, say, some hard-noses you might come across who are investigating a murder.
Right. I mean, I'm really sorry that I'm not able to because I suspect Dolph's hiding the kind of information that might bring him down, even break up the Deadlies.
Can it, kid? I'm beginning to understand how a wimp like you got to run this outfit. But look, what's in it for us? I mean, if we dig up some dirt on Vanity, that's great for a power-mad little dweeb like you. And it'll probably make Chastity wise up too. Then if she's dumb enough to fall for your act, that's her business. But there's gotta be something in it for us if we're gonna mess with those psychos across the alley.
What? What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I don't understand you.
You understand him, kid. He's saying we'll dig up whatever it is Vanity's hiding if you give us the scoop on Brian Avery. We know you know more about his murder than you're letting on.
I'm sorry. What was his name again? Brian Amory?
I'm gonna have to hit him. Let me hit him, Rach.
Get online, killer. Last chance, kid. Avery. The name's Brian Avery.
Oh, Brian! I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood you. Yes, I knew Brian, but I'm not sure I have what you need. I mean, I'd have to think about it, but I'd have time to do that for you while you're, doing what you said you were going to do about Dolph.
Sounds like we already got a deal. Come on, Rach, let's get started before I have to give this kid a real reason to say sorry all the time.
What are you looking at? Stop staring at me like that.
We aren't staring at you.
Yeah, right. Like this guy's not just staring at my breasts.
That's not really why we're...
It's not like I don't have a sex drive, or that I'm not attracted to men.
Well, Christopher here tells us that you and the fellow across the street had a thing going.
That would seem like a thing to him. He blushes just shaking a girl's hand. Yeah, Dolph and I went out a few times. Pissed everybody off on both sides of the alley.
Guess it didn't work out.
Same old story for me. Things were about to get hot and heavy, and I couldn't go through with it. Maybe I was lucky. I don't know how any woman could put up with that arrogant SOB. Look at him, with his chest thrust out and his nose up in the air. God, but he is good looking. Dolph's the leader of the Deadly Seven. They think they're above the law. They think they're too good to obey the Hand. That's Blood McGrath next to Dolph. Be careful with Blood. Most of the Deadly Seven are poofs, but he's a killer. He's the only one that scares me. Well, listen, Gideon. If you want to go out later, I'm a safe date.
Well, look what Squeaky Clean Tours just dropped off. On a little vacation to Sin World, folks. Mr. and Ms. America visit the dark side of our urban nation. You guys bring cameras or what? Dolph would make a hell of a slideshow back home to show at the next card club.
I guess you put an air hose up somebody's rear end, Gideon, and eventually a bubble's gonna make its way to their brain.
That's some mouth on that one, mister. Hope she puts it to good use.
What could she possibly see in this guy, Gid?
Don't know. There's always the possibility that she's just not real bright.
Hey, who's not real bright? Who are you talking about?
I think you know. And you wouldn't like us to spell it out for you right here, would you?
Yeah, I know who you mean. But keep it down. Any chick that I got something going with, well, that ain't for all my people to know. These guys aren't all about love and shit. They're the edge, man. I come across looking soft in front of the Deadly Seven. My rep will go to hell along with my soul.
Don't even come close to me, man. Don't even think about it. I hate it when people get too friggin' close to me. I wanna just take them out, just like I'm gonna do with the friggin' clean machine. I wanna blow them to kingdom freaking come.
Easy, kid. This guy's like nitroglycerin. You don't want to rattle him.
I don't know how to break this to you, Rach, but the guy appears to be rattled already.
That's another thing I friggin' hate whispering. The only friggin' quiet I like is the moment of silence right before ignition.
I think he's a little hard of hearing.
There's nothing wrong with my friggin' hearing, you dumb shits.
We'd like to ask you a few questions.
I knew it, I friggin' knew it. You two have that look that says friggin' enforcement, man, or Revo squad or some shit like that, man. I hate that when I see it on somebody.
You know, it's guys like this that give us professional, hard-working bombers a bad name. You two go ahead and let me stay behind and give this guy a little personalized lesson. He's gonna blow himself up someday. I just know this kind of guy. He's gonna want to taste it. I know it. So why make him wait? I could do it all for him now.
No, Senna, we don't operate that way.
Yes, we do. We could.
Believe me, I'd like to. But like you say, he'll buy it someday. Let's just hope he's by himself. Come on, we've got to keep moving.
Look, kid, just tell us what you know about Brian Avery.
And leave all this sick, evil shit out.
Watch it, asshole. I could stick a flyweight filter demo on you and you'd never know it. Delayed motion timer. You'd blow up just walking down the street. Nobody's innocent, man.
Including Avery?
Hell no. Okay. You want to know about Avery, man? I'll tell you about Avery. He was playing both sides of the fence, supplying me, my enemies, even the cleans with whatever they wanted.
He supplied the cleans with explosives?
Fireworks for a party, that and some other stuff that didn't go boom. Petty stuff, man, all of it. Man, I had to give the cleans a taste of what he really had. I'm thinking about it too, man. Some of them, like that friggin' Chastity, think she's so holy. But she's no better than anybody else. But things are coming, man. Great things are coming.
I had to take you out now. Do the world a favor.
Try it, man. Just try it. I got this space wired. I could incinerate you before you got anywhere near me.
Back off, kid.
Yeah, back up, kid.
Excuse me.
Ah!
Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, no, it's all right. I've been a little jumpy lately.
Understandable, what with the murder and all.
The murder? Oh, right. I'd forgotten that. I was thinking more about this woman with the sevens. She's kind of been after me.
So what's so bad about that?
Gideon, I think I'll do the asking here. Who is it, kid?
It's electric sex.
Cripes, you kids give yourselves kind of hopeful names, don't you? Well, in any case, kid, you're on your own with that little problem. We wanted to ask you if you happen to know anything about that murder we mentioned.
No, I haven't really been around here much.
Get a grip, kid.
Gideon, let's go.
Coming, dear. Good luck, kid.
The hand of God and the hand of friendship are always extended here, friends. Do you need a meal, a place to wash up, a bed to rest in? You two look as though you've spent too much time on these dirty streets.
Thanks for the offer, but we're not so bad off that we need a missionary. I know I'll be sorry for asking, but what's up with her and the other cleans?
She acts like she's the leader around here, and she treats the rest of us like we were soldiers in her army. Anyone gets out of line, and wham! She's down hard on them. Take poor Drip, for instance. He's as kind and self-effacing as can be. He wouldn't hurt a living soul, and he doesn't ask anything for himself. You'd think that just this one time the Temperance would allow him a rare indulgence. But no, she has to ruin it.
Again, I know I'll be sorry, but what's she doing to the poor guy?
Well, Drip is so quiet and shy. He has an awful time with women. Somehow, and really, it's just the most unlikely match, but he and Electric Sex of the Deadly Sevens have become something of, well, I think item is too strong a word, but, well, you know. But Temperance has threatened to reveal their affair if they try anything. Oh, you don't know Drip. He'd just shrivel up and die if anybody knew about him and Electric Sex. She's so flamboyant, so indecent, so exposed. He'd be so ashamed that he'd lock himself away. Oh no, no one must know. But at the same time, I hate to see. If only there was someplace else for them to go. A room that wasn't in the cleaner deadly brownstone. If someplace else was accessible to them, then it would be easier on Drip and less likely that anyone would discover what they were doing.
That might work, but Temperance could still find them out.
I've thought about that too, and though it pains me to hurt anyone, we might be able to block Temperance from being so mean to Drip.
And I've no doubt that we fit into your plan somehow.
Well, yes you do, actually. You see, I know her one weakness. There's a line of, well, smutty comic books published by a company named Erotics. I once accidentally discovered a cache of these comics in Temperance's room. If you bring her more comics, then I'll have some leverage over her, and she'll leave Drip and Electric Sex to go about their business.
That sounds like blackmail. Not a very clean thing to do, is it?
Sometimes love demands we get a little dirty.